Yeah, so that was quite steep. The hill behind me. Every time I'm trying to record something, one of these loud SUVs or whatever comes by. So what I wanted to say is the hill behind me is Badacsony, and this is part 7 of my 7 summit series. So I planned to save this hill for the last video because it's the most famous one. It is also the most touristy one, and it's the most highest one. It has an incredible height of 437.5 meters above sea level. So let's continue the climb. I have to say I already got about 30 kilometers of riding my bike behind me, and I would say something like 350 meters of height in front of me. Nice place to leave my bike. It's got some pictures as well. Okay, I think here you can see what this place looks like in an aerial photograph. They got these concrete benches here. Must be Soviet style, something like that. You can find them every 50 meters or so. It's interesting. If you sit down, you probably feel quite cold from beneath, even in the summertime. Okay, let's continue. I have to say that I'm a bit skeptical about whether this video will be interesting, because this place is so well known, it's so touristy. I mean, you can see that there are people all around, even though it's quite early in the morning. But let's see, maybe I can find some places which are not so well known. Kishfaludi Kilato. That's one of the places where I want to go. Kilato means viewpoint, and Kishfaludi, I have to admit that I should actually know who that is, because it's the name of a famous person, but I cannot tell you at the moment whether it's a scientist or a writer or whoever, or politician. So I think I have to follow this blue triangle to get to the peak where this Kishfaludi Kilato is located. After having walked about 20 minutes to half an hour, I have to say, up to now it's not that interesting. You know, it's a nice forest, but there weren't any special views so far, so I'm wondering how that Kilato will be. Interesting construction here. So this seems to be the Kishfaludi Kilato at the peak of Badacsony. nice view, of course. Also, it's a little bit obstructed by these trees here. And I guess when this tower was built, I think about 20 years ago, I guess the trees were not that high. But still you can see a large part of Lake Balaton, Kali Medense, and of course many, if not all, of the 7 summits I have already climbed. So anyway, I think I've made it. Number 7 of the 7 summits. So looks like I need to find some new goals for my life. Well, just joking. I think I really got enough goals. So really quite interesting construction here. So there's a main tower made of some kind of steel, I would say. And it also has some wooden bars. It also have some steel wires inside, and I think that's not just for design. I think these things also have their purpose. Okay. I think I'll be going back because I'm really thirsty. So, to be honest, I have to say that I was not too excited by Badacsony so far. So I will try to walk along one of the other hiking trails here, and maybe this looks fine. 750 meter, 12 minutes. Hedge. Sounds interesting. So let's see what this place has to offer. It's on the Cake Tourer. So fortunately I got this old-fashioned 20 years old map of Lake Balaton and surroundings. And the reason I took out this map is because I've been walking for 200-300 meters by now, and already came down by 100 meters at least in height, and that made me think that this Hedge, whatever, is basically on the other side of Badacsony, and so I have to go down the whole way and then climb again up and go down on the other side, which I don't want to do right now because, as I said, I didn't take enough water with me and I'm already really thirsty. So I'm gonna go up again and let's see if I find some other interesting things. Otherwise I will just go down and have a drink. Board terrace. So I have to say, it might be that Badacsony is actually a better place for drinking fine wine and dining than for hiking. Because just look at this place. I think this is an outstanding location. Look at that. So I haven't been to this place so far, but I'm definitely gonna try it someday, but not now. Guess it's time for some downhill action. I'm in Wave on my way back, and yeah, let me summarize. So I still have to say that Badacsony, related to all the 6 other of the 7 summits I visited, was not such an interesting place. I have to say I only walked on the main tourist trail, so I'm quite sure there are some interesting places which I didn't find, but if you just walk on the main tourist trail, it's not really that interesting. So there are lots of better places to go, unless your goal is to have some fine wine. Okay. So that's really the end of my 7 summit series, and I have to tell you that each of the other 6 videos is probably more interesting than this one. So see you next time with a different topic. Bye bye.